What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the Broker CCG. Today we have a Digi Police Deck Profile, so let's get right into it. For the Digi Egg, I'm going to go ahead and run the brand new Missimon from BT14. It has the ESS when attacking once per turn by returning 3 cards with the D Brigade or Digi Police trait from your trash to the top of the deck. This Digimon gets plus 2000 DP for the turn. So this comes in extremely helpful mid to late game because you're going to be going through a lot of your pieces. A lot of them are going to be going into trash. So being able to recycle some pieces and put key pieces at the top of your deck that you want to see for those effects that play out your Digimon, this is going to be really important. So that's why I run this Missimon. And then gaining that extra 2000 DP is also useful. But pretty much being able to recycle your pieces and choosing what pieces are to be played out by other effects is the important part of that effect. So that's why we run the Missimon. Then onto the rookies. I'm going to go ahead and run the brand new Commandramon from BT14 as the on play. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with D Brigade or Digi Police trait among them to your hand. Return the rest to the top or bottom of the deck. So you can't return some cards to the top and return some others to the bottom. You have to either return all of them to the top or return all of them to the bottom. So just keep that in mind. And it has the all turns effect. ESS all turns once per turn when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by one of your effects. So by deleting one of your other Digimon with the D Brigade trait, prevent it from leaving. So whether it is sent back to hand, deck, deleted in security, or deleted while battling, you can delete one of your other Digimon with D Brigade trait, preventing this Digimon from leaving play, making a lot of your stacks really sticky, really hard to get rid of, really making it really hard for your opponent to get rid of those stacks. So this is extremely important, and I would definitely be running this at 4. So on to the next one. I'm going to run the Commandramon from BT4. It is a play cost of 3, which comes in important, being able to be played out by your high Commandramon for free. And then also the main effect on deletion, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Commandramon among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So we do play a hefty amount of Commandramons, which does include your high Commandramon. The high Commandramon has the ruling that it is also considered to have Commandramon in the name. So being able to find one of your Commandramons and play it out when this is deleted works really well with the inheritable from this Commandramon and some of your other Digimon. So being able to delete one of these and then play out another piece just makes it so that you're able to kind of sort of rookie rush your opponent, or just add more pieces on your field that can be deleted later to prevent the deletion of one of your large stacks. So that's why I run that Commandramon at 4. Then the next one, this is something that could be swapped out for another type of Commandramon, but I decided to run the EX3 Commandramon. Has Decoy, D Brigade trait. So when one of your other Digimon with D Brigade in its traits would be deleted by an opponent's effect, you may delete this Digimon to prevent that deletion. So there are some times when you do play one of your other Digimon that doesn't have the all turns pretty much protection. So being able to throw one of these out and having this deleted instead of one of your other stacks is very important. Do keep in mind this is D Brigade, not Digi Police. So if you have a Digimon with Digi Police, it's not going to be able to save that Digimon. But I run this at 4. Again, this can be swapped out for the other Commandramons. I'm going to show those in a minute though. Then the final Commandramon that I play is the BT3 Commandramon. So plain and simple, it's a 2 cost and then also 3000 DP. So has Commandramon on the name, so that is why we run this. Being able to throw this out for super cheap if you have to play it out, and also being able to be played out by any of your effects that play out a 3 cost or 4 cost or less Digimon. So this is super important. Some of the Commandramons you can swap out for is either adding a Commandramon from the starter deck 5 or the Commandramon with blocker from BT5. The only reason I decided to not run these is because they have a play cost of 4. So the only effect that would affect is the high Commandramon on attacking. So when you swing with your high Commandramon, you can only play out a Digimon with a play cost of 3. But all of your other effects that play out Digimon are going to be able to play out play cost 4 or higher or 4 or lower Digimon. So do keep that in mind. And again, just mess around with sort of the ratios of what Commandramons you want to use. But that's what I have so far. Now on to the level 4s. I run 4 of the High Commandramons from BT14. It digivolves 2 from a level 3, and then also has the when attacking effect, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 card with the D Brigade or Digi Police trait, and play a play cost of 3 or less among them without paying the cost. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. And as mentioned before, the ruling, the name is also treated as Commandramon. And then its traits, it has Cyborg, D-Brigade, and Digi Police. So mentioning before, that one Commandramon that has Decoy, D-Brigade, this is going to be able to save this High Commandramon if you don't have the inheritable protection. Then its ESS is exactly that of the Commandramon. All turns once per turn, when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by one of your effects, by deleting one of your other Digimon with the D-Brigade trait, prevent it from leaving. So again, great for having many options that give you that protection for your large stacks. This is an incredibly important card in your deck, being able to play out multiple cards if you swing with it, and also just protecting your larger stack. So I definitely recommend running this at 4. Then the next and only other level 4 that I run is the Numamon from BT14. So this does have Digi Police in its traits, and it's a play cost of 3, so this can be played out by your High Commandramons. It has the great effect of on play and when digivolving. By placing 1 Satsuki Tamahime from your hand as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards, one of your Digimon gains Rush. So for example, if this gets played out by an effect, you can play this out, throw the Tamer under, and then you can give this Rush and swing with it. The Satsuki is going to give you jamming and reboot, so you don't have to worry about this dying to a security Digimon, but you do not have protection against security option cards, so do keep that in mind. Then this has the inheritable of Blocker, so giving one of your larger stacks, either your level 5, giving one of your level 5s Blocker is really important too. So we run this at 4 because you can get your Tamers out for free, and remember, your Tamers are going to be able to, at the end of any turn, pretty much be played back out. So you can have this play out, pass your turn, and then the Tamer is just going to play itself back out since it's the end of your turn. But if it is suspended, do remember that you're not going to gain the reboot, since the reboot is beginning of your opponent's turn, so not end of your turn. And that is it for the level 4s. Now onto the level 5s, I only run 2 different types. It's going to be the Cargodramon from BT14. It has the on-play and when devolving. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 card with the D-Brigade or Digi Police trait and a play cost of 4 or less among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest. And then it also has the inheritable all turns once per turn. When one of your other Digimon is deleted, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Commandramon among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest. So again, with that inheritable, you have 20 targets, 16 of them being rookies, and then 4 of them being the High Commandramon. So you're pretty much going to be hitting this every time when one of your other Digimon is deleted. So let's say this is your Brigadramon stack. This gets swung at, or an effect deletes your Brigadramon with the effect of the High Commandramon or the Commandramon. You can delete one of your other Digimon, and then this is going to proc off, and you're going to be able to search top 3 and play out yet another Digimon. So if they try and delete some of your Digimon, you're just going to build a bigger and bigger board. So this deck does go a little crazy sometimes, especially if your opponent tries to be a little aggressive and you start deleting your own pieces and then activating effects that just play more and more of your Digimon. Now on the only Digimon that is not a D-Brigade or Digi Police, I run the Vademon from BT14. So it has the on play and when digivolving. You may, your opponent reveals the top 3 cards of their deck. D-Digivolve 1 on one of your opponent's Digimon for each Digimon card among them. Return the reveal card to the top or bottom of the deck. So this is great for control on your opponent's field. Again, if they have a large stack that's sort of slowing you down or stopping you, you can go ahead and Digivolve into this, and then really, you're pretty much guaranteed to find at least 1, maybe 2 Digimon in their stack, on the top of their deck, and that's going to be able to de-digivolve that large stack or de-digivolve a problem stack on your opponent's field. So this is very important. You can cut this entirely since it is not D-Brigade Digi Police, but I did find it a little hard getting into my Brigade Dramon since I only had 4 Cargo Dramon. So you can mess around with what level 5s you want to run. I just decided to run 2 of the Vaidmon. Definitely comes in handy. Then the level 6, I'm going to go ahead and run 4 of the Brigade Dramon from BT14. It has the when digivolving, delete up to 7 play cost total worth of your opponent's Digimon. So any amount of Digimon that add up to a play cost of 7, if it's a bunch of rookies, or 1 level 5, you're able to pop them. And then opponent's turn, all of your Digimon with the D-Brigade trait gain blocker. So pretty much all of your command Dramons and your smaller bodies have the D-Brigade. I have to check on the Numemon. The Numemon does not have D-Brigade, but pretty much everything else has D-Brigade, giving your whole field blocker, so making it almost impossible for your opponent to take out more and more of your security. And then since some of the effects give you the ability to search your deck once something is deleted, you're just going to be building a bigger and bigger deck, pretty much making it impossible for your opponent to come back from that. So this is a great effect. Then the end of your turn, once per turn, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play up to 7 play cost total worth of cards with the D-Brigade or Digi Police trait among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest. So this is going to allow you to play the Cargo Dramon. Remember, the Vaidmon is not Digi Police, so you cannot play that out. But you're going to be able to play the Cargo Dramon or any combination of your level 4s and your rookies. So this is great, again, for just building a super wide field, super fast. So great Digimon, and this is the only level 6 that we run. Then onto the level 7, I go ahead and run Quartzmon. There's many other Digimon that you can run, but I decided to go with the Quartzmon just for pretty much stopping your opponent dead in his tracks. When Digivolving, suspend all other Digimon and all Tamers. Then for every 2 suspended Digimon and or Tamers, gain 1 memory. And then all turns, other than this Digimon, all Digimon and Tamers don't unsuspend. Then when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then trash the top card of your opponent's security stack for every 5 suspended Digimon and or Tamers. So this is an excellent finisher because once you do go wide, you're going to have a lot of bodies on your field. So you're going to be able to pretty much proc off the when attacking, trashing 1 card from your opponent's stack. So if you know they don't have many security and you're able to just trash them, you can go and Digivolve into this, suspend everything, and then because you gain 1 memory for every 2 suspended Digimon or Tamers, if you have a wide field and a lot of Tamers, you're going to be able to gain a lot of memory back, then swinging with this to pretty much finish the game. And also it's great for just slowing down your opponent. So that's why I run the level 7. Again, you can run the Death Xmon or some other level 7s. I just like how Quartzmon works in this deck. Then on to the only tamer that I run. It's Satsuki from BT14. It has the security, play this card without paying its cost. Then start of your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory. Then main Mind Link with one of your Digimon with Numemon or Monzaemon in its name, or the Digi Police trait. So that means during your main, pretty much your turn, if you have a Satsuki out, you're going to be able to throw this under one of your Digimon at any point. And then your Digimon's going to be able to swing, and it's going to have jamming and reboot if it has Numemon, Monzaemon, or Digi Police trait. Then also, end of all turns, you may play 1 Satsuki from this Digimon's Digital cards without paying the cost. So again, remember, it can either be the end of your turn or the end of your opponent's turn. You just go ahead and play it out, and that's just going to allow you to proc off the start of main phase effect of if your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory. So yeah, so this is a great tamer. That's why I run it at 4 onto the option cards. So for the first 2 option cards, I'm gonna run the defense training. You definitely can bump this up. The only reason I run it at 2 is because I only have 2 copies. Main, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, add 1 black card among them to your hand, return the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order, then place this card in your battle area. So remember, this isn't just a Digimon card. You can add a tamer option or a Digimon card to hand. Then main delay, one of your Digimon may digivolve into a black Digimon card in your hand for its Digivolution cost. When it will digivolve by this effect, reduce the cost by 2. So again, you can't stack it, so you can't just activate both of them, because when you activate one, the next time you digivolve one of your Digimon, reduce that by 2. You can't really, you know, reduce by 4. But this is a great card because you can add any type of card in your deck, and since all of the cards in this deck are black, you're going to have a choice of the 2 cards that you check. And you need a lot of searching in this deck because you don't run many level 5s and 6s. Being able to find your level 6 is very important. So going off of that, I run the black memory boosts, 2 copies, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 black Digimon card among them to your hand, place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order, then place this card in the battle area. So the black memory boost is really important in this deck for the build that I've made because it allows you to search top 4. So finding that key piece that you need, whether it be a level 4, 5, or 6. And then also the delay gain 2 memory. So always great to help you gain advantage. And on to the next one, I'm going to go ahead and run the DCD bomb from BT14. It has the main de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, then by returning 3 cards with the D-Brigade or Digi Police trait from your trash to the top of your deck, delete up to 6 play cost total worth of your opponent's Digimon. So this can target one of your level 3s or 4s, or if you digivolve at level 5, it's going to turn them into a level 4, and you're going to be able to most likely delete them. And also being able to put cards at the top of your deck, again, is going to allow you to play out using some of your on deletion effects or some of your on attacking or on opponent's turn effects to play out more and more of your Commandramons or other smaller pieces, building a wider and wider board. So this is really important to run. That's why I run it at 3. Then on to some of the final option cards that I run 2 of the ultimate flares. So main trigger de-digivolve 3 on one of your opponent's Digimon, then delete all your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 3 or less. So this pretty much is a board wipe for your opponent if they go wide with a bunch of rookies, and also being able to just de-digivolve 3 one of their large stacks really sets them back. So great option card. You can definitely mess around with different removal options. And the very last removal option that I run is Iron Fisted Onslaught. Main delete all your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost. So again, being able to get rid of your opponent's largest stack always comes in handy, but that's why I run it at 1. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope, let me know what I should change or add to this deck, but I will see you in the next one.